Hello, this is IrriExpress, and I would like to show you a little bit about how pivots are used in IrriExpress. Um, After you have downloaded the demo, which you can find for free on our website IrriExpress.com, you're welcome to use it for 2 weeks. It's the full program, and it has all these features. So let's walk through how to place down pivots and analyze and adjust them a little bit. All right, so first, when the program opens, this is what you see. Go down to Maps here at the bottom, type in your location, hit Go, then zoom in a bit, because nobody works on something that large, and change it to satellite view. This makes it easier to see. All right. Zoom into your area that you would like to work on. There you go. And then click Import to Workspace. Auto model it for IrriExpress. Triangles will be built and the elevations will be imported from Google Maps. For this example, we'll adjust the spacing to 55 meters. You can make that smaller or larger as you desire, but for this example, we'll use that. There you go. You can see the contour lines. You can turn these on and off here on the left-hand side. There's your grid and your triangles. All right, they're still there even though you don't see them. So for now, we will place a pivot. There's 3 ways you can do this. Either just place down a generic pivot, place down a center point pivot, or a pivot inside of an area. Let's try this center point pivot. There we go, that's a little better. Oh, looks fancy. All right, so make that a little smaller because I'd like to place down 2. There's 1 pivot. You can decide the number of spans you'd like the pivot to have. We'll choose 5 for this one. All right, so I would like to cut off that little piece and have the pivot just be 3/4. So what I would do is go up here to circle size, make it 270 degrees, and then take this little finger, the move anchor, and now that I have a gap, I can move the pivot around and manipulate it exactly how I want it to be. There you go. So you just drag it on the point and then move it. That's nice. You can also make spans bigger or smaller using this fancy little tool. All right. So let's place a pivot inside of an area. Let's create an irregular area. We'll just follow the lines of this field. I know this is a little unrealistic, but I'm just trying to show you the example. Click Escape twice to get out of this command. Go back to Irrigation, Pivot, put a pivot inside an area. Let's make it a partial pivot. And we'll select the area. See this little green helpful tip up here? So select your area and move your mouse around to see what type of pivot you can put inside this area. Oh, that one. That looks fancy. We'll do that. How many spans would you want? Make this one 4. Hit OK. All right, so you got 2 pivots there. And you can see they're both part of the main line. All right, so let us add a pump, connect the pivots, and then run hydraulics. So what you would do now is go to Nodes under the Irrigation menu, select Pump. Okay. And in IrriExpress, there's only capability for 1 pump per project. So we'll place the pump here. Click Escape and Cancel. So we have our pump and our 2 pivots. Now we'd like to connect it all. So let's add a fitting. Add a fitting there. Add a fitting there. That's one way to do it. And now you can go back to your Irrigation tab and add pipes to connect it all. Choose your class of pipes. And in this class, these are all the pipes that I have. IrriExpress, when it resizes the pipes, it'll choose from this class which one fits your project best. So we'll hit OK. Start at the pump, go from pump to fitting to next fitting, down to the first pivot, hit escape, then snap back at that second fitting. And what we can do is we can switch to new node from this, select fitting, and just make like a pipe chain. Isn't that fancy? All right, so we're just moving along, and then we can go back to snapping, and then snap to that last pivot. Hit escape and cancel. There you go, there's your system. Now we will go back to the irrigation menu and click on Run Hydraulics. All right, let's up our pump pressure. Hit Calculate. And then with the magic of IrriExpress, let's update our pipe sizes. There you go. So that looks fancy. You can see both pivots are getting the pressure and water that they require. You can go into the nodes, hit the refresh button, see your design in actual. You can see your pipes, your velocity, and your flows. Isn't that nice? All right. You can also divide the two pivots into two shifts or multiple shifts if you want. Let's close this out. And you can add under the general menu, add your pipe length labels, your pipe velocity labels, your node numbers. These are all things that you can play around with as you explore the demo during your 2 weeks free trial. All right, you can always reach us at IrriExpress.com, and I hope this has been helpful. Thank you.